favorite question. How many credit scores do you have? 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4. Ooh, a 4. I like it. 3, 4, 3, 4. Anybody got a number that is neither 3 nor 4? Anybody in their heart of hearts thinking 1? Okay, Terry. Anybody in their heart of hearts thinking more? 5, Lisa. I like it. Bold. Coloring outside of the lines. I hate to tell you this, guys. You technically have an unlimited number of credit scores. Yeah. So I saw 3 FICO and 1 Vantage, highly specific, and I love it. But what you actually have are 3 credit bureaus. Can anybody name all 3 credit bureaus? We don't give out prizes here, but next time we should. We should have prizes. Anybody name all 3 credit bureaus? Experian, TransUnion, Equifax. Beautiful. Love it. Okay. So Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax are credit bureaus. Their job is to gather information on you and then furnish it back out when people request it. Their job is not to give you a credit score. So you don't really have a Experian credit score per se. Experian has all this information about you, right? They kind of have your report card in terms of like, hey, here's how she scored on attendance, here's how she scored on tests, here's how she scored on all this stuff. They have your report card, but they don't assign it like an A, B, or C information. What they do is, okay, so Spring asks, don't we have a FICO score? Is that a range of all 3? Guys, this is what is so weird about this. I could ask this same question in a room full of bankers, and I almost guarantee you their answers would be the same way, the same as what you guys are saying, like 3, 4, we've got FICO, because, right, we just pull credit score and we just move on. We don't think about it a lot. What actually happens with that score is there is a company called Fair Isaac Corporation, abbreviated to FICO, and they kind of have the corner on the market prior to Vantage, especially prior to Vantage 3.0 popping up. They kind of have the corner of the market on what is essentially a scoring model. So what that means is the scoring model takes all of that information from one of the bureaus, right? The guy that has your report card. And let's think about this in a romantic context, because I love to think about things in I'm a rom-com girly at heart. So thinking about this in a romantic context, here's what like the bureau would have about a person who I am potentially interested in dating. They're going to say, hey, Casey, I got a guy. He is 6'4". He's brown. He's got brown hair, brown eyes. He never wants to leave Nashville. You're going to live in Nashville forever. And he loves dogs and pets. You can have as many as you want, and he's going to want dogs to sleep in the bed. You could hear that and you could say, ooh, tall, dark haired. Ooh, I'm loving it. Dogs in the bed. Hold on, pump the brakes. Little less interested in that. And also, I kind of want to move to the Northeast. So like, I like some of it, but I didn't. My scoring model of how I care about those factors puts him at a B- for me. You could be hearing that and say, I'm not actually attracted to men. So that's a D for me. I am not interested in dating this guy. You could be Casey Mulligan. I could have just described your husband and you'd be like 10 out of 10, chef's kiss. He sounds amazing. A+ for me. So that scoring model, that how I value those factors you told me changes. That changes his grade, essentially, changes his rating based on your preferences. The FICO scoring model is actually multiple models. It's like 9 different models, and there's an old model and a new model. So there's like old FICO 3, new FICO 3. And there's like within all of these different FICO models, there's one that auto lenders will use more. There's one that mortgage lenders will use. There's one that like for a HELOC or a credit card. And the model, because the product is different, cares about things just ever so slightly different, right? Like they might care a little bit more about on-time payment. There's a general kind of breakdown, like a generally accepted rule of thumb of like what is most important on your credit score. But when you get down into the weeds and into that scoring model, there's some variation in that, right? So you've got, say, 9 different FICO models, 3 different bureaus, right, that all have slightly different information. Like, you'll note your FICO 9 score for TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian is likely going to be a different score. Even if it's the same scoring model, if it's going from the different bureaus, just because sometimes the information is slightly different, you're going to have 3 different scores. Now, on top of that, on top of those different FICO models, again, could be FICO 2, FICO 3, FICO 8, whatever. On top of that, the lender themselves is going to put their lender spin on it typically. They may not just use a straight up FICO 8. They might say, hey, Pinnacle, we always kind of care about this or that a little bit more. So the lender frequently, not all the time, but frequently puts a little bit of their own spin on it. And that is why I say you kind of have an infinity number of credit scores, because you've got all these different models. You've then got a lender putting their own requests on it. You've got 3 different bureaus, and you're going to wind up with a lot of different potential credit scores.
Pinnacle Bank is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Neither Pinnacle Bank or its affiliates are a registered broker-dealer. Securities and/or insurance products are not deposits, not insured by the FDIC or any other government agency, nor are they guaranteed by Pinnacle Bank. They are subject to risk and may lose value. Registration does not imply a certain level of skill or training. The purpose of this series is to provide helpful information on the subject matter covered. It is offered with the understanding that Pinnacle Bank is not rendering legal or accounting advice. Since the details of your situation may be fact-dependent, you should additionally seek the services of a competent professional regarding your personal situation.